So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix my eyebrows. Just fill them in a little bit. I'm going to use Stud Eyebrow Pencil. And I like my eyebrows. I don't like them too thin and I don't like them too thick. But what I'm going to do is I normally use my pinky on my nose to give me a little balance. And I'm just going to fill them in. Bit thicker looking. I like that. And now what I'm going to use is Fluid Line in Black Track, which is clearly a black color, as my eyeliner on the top of my lash line. And I'm going to use a new 266 brush. And I'm only going to dip it in just slightly. You don't need a whole lot. This stuff, a little bit, goes a long way. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, again, use my ring finger, relax my eye, and I'm just going to go right over the lash line. Okay. See what a difference that makes? Okay. Make sure they're even, which they're not. Maybe now? Yeah, okay. So now what I'm going to use is Graph Black Technical Eyeliner. And I'm going to put that on the membrane or the waterline. Why? Because it's safe for the waterline area. And it makes my eyes a little bit more dramatic. I know I just spoke about like wearing black all around your eye, but I kind of have big eyes, I think. And I like my eyes standing out a little bit more, being a little bit more distinct. Okay. So now I have black eyeliner on. All over. Mascara! I am using X Mascara. I love it. It's going to give me the most dramatic lash, and I cannot find it. But I will if you give me just a second, and I found it. It's going to give you and me the most dramatic lash without being clumpy or runny. So now I have mascara on. And yes, these are my lashes. A lot of people ask me. Clearly you just saw that, but in case you're catching the tail end of this video, these are mine. Oh, and see, I got a little mascara. I'm not gonna freak out though, because I'll just take a Q-tip and wipe it off later. Okay, so now foundation. I'm gonna use Medium Dark Studio Mist Foundation. Only because I like something that's really, really light. I know that I could stand to use some extra coverage, but for summer, I don't think so. And I'm using the 182 brush, which is this wee one here. I love it. Oh, and I applied Studio Mist just on my hand right there. This stuff goes pretty fast, but it's pretty fabulous. It's always good to brush your foundation upward because it kind of pulls everything up, especially if you're looking a wee bit on the old side, which I say you're as old as you feel. So if you feel like you're 16 and you're 62, you're 16 in my book. But let's make sure you look like it. Oh, now I'm fixing my hair. Okay, gotta stop that. Alright, so now I'm gonna do blusher, as the Irish would say. Blush for us. I'm using Peach Spritz with a Z, Studio Mist blush. I almost said foundation. And I'm actually using, it's a dirty brush because I used the same stuff yesterday, so it'll be cool. And Again, I'm pulling it upward. It makes me look a little bit more angular and chiseled, because we all know how most of us want that chiseled look. I'll probably do a tutorial on how to contour eventually, just not today. Watch me be late for work, my excuse was making a video. I like blushes that aren't powders necessarily, because I tend to like the dewy look all over my face, even though it's like hot as mess outside. But I feel that they stay on a little bit better, and they tend to look a little bit more natural if you blend them out properly. Okay. So I again take the foundation brush and I just brush right over that upward. God, that's so awful, this bathroom. I need to just like tear down the wallpaper and tell them that I'm making videos, so I need it to be like, excuse me. Okay, and we're back. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is have a highlight color, and I'm going to put that right underneath my eyes. I don't use a concealer, because I just don't feel like I need it, really. I'm only 20 years old, my God. And I get enough sleep. Some people would disagree, but that's okay. Okay, I'm using from the Moon Bathe. A lot of people are saying Moon Bath. There's an E at the end, I promise. Moon Bathe Otherworldly Blush. It's a fabulous highlighter, and what I'll do is I'll take my Raquel Welch 169 brush, and I'll apply it underneath my eyes, and then make it meet with right there at my eyebrow. Because I really like having a nice summer glow. I'm not tanning anymore in the sunbeds because they're really bad for your skin, and I see no point in it anymore. And if you're doing that, that's all fine and dandy, but just remember your skin's gonna look really bad in the future, but whatever. Some people just don't care. Okay, and now I am gonna contour just a little bit. I'm gonna use Harmony, which is a matte powder blush. Okay, how I contour normally is I make this weird face, and then I pull up the darker color. But I have it right there and right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it from my sideburns, which I know aren't cute, but whatever. And I'm going to pull it underneath my face. This isn't just good for contouring. It's great if you're concerned about having a double, triple, quadruple chin. If you use a darker shade and you make sure you blend properly and blend it back like I'm doing, then you're totally gonna look as if you had plastic surgery, even though you didn't. Pucker Tender Tone, which has an SPF of 12 in it, which is great. I think I'm gonna use Crayon Apple lip liner. Came out with the Barbie Loves Mac launch. I love it. It's a hot pink. It's perfect for me. Because I put that tender tone on, it doesn't make the liner as distinct as it would have been without it. Love Nectar Luster Glass. Blot, so you can get rid of that harsh line. And last but not least, Fix Plus. It's basically mineral water for your skin. Makes your foundation and everything feel nice and helps set your makeup. And, okay, I know I said last but not least, but here's the last thing for sure. Blot powder. It doesn't make you oily, the Fix Plus, but I do get oily just on my nose, and so I like using a blot powder to help diminish that. Okay. Well, I guess that completes my tutorial here. I don't know how much longer I have to speak, but thanks for joining me on A Boy Wear and Makeup Wear. And if you have any suggestions, comments, questions, or hate, please send it to aboywearingmakeup@yahoo.com. Have a wonderful evening, day, night, wherever you are in the world. Take care. Make good choices. Kisses.